Firstly, before I say anything, I'm not here to hate anyone. I'm not here to bash anyone. I just want people to learn and understand what they're doing is harming, is putting the vegan ideology, philosophy, lifestyle, whatever you want to call it. You're putting veganism to a level where it's okay for people to see animals as property, to see them as things to be used. So here I get this post from this person. I think it's a lady. She's a lady. And she says, "Fake vegan alert." And here is Robert Breton from Thailand, who you can see riding an elephant. And the comments here are, lashing out against this gentleman. And it seems like he is riding with someone else. Now, according to a video that he posted that I've seen somewhere, right in the beginning of the video, you have to kind of pause it because it's kind of really quick. It's like a minute, it's like a second or two. And right in the beginning of the video, he has a flyer, like an advertisement, like a leaflet that he kind of posted as a photo. And in the leaflet, he says, "No ride," or something to that effect, "no ride," or "no animal ride," or something like that. And here he is seen riding the elephant. So this is a little bit hypocritical on his part. He says no ride in his ad, and then he posts these photographs that are clearly showing him riding the elephant. Now, first of all, this is hypocritical to say no ride and then he does the opposite. Secondly, it is harming the elephant. We don't know precisely what the elephant is experiencing when we ride him or her. So we can't say that we're taking good care or the elephant likes us riding on. We don't know what the elephant likes and what the elephant does not like. Now the elephant may come back to us time and time again for companionship. And first of all, if any animal, and I have very, very mixed views about sanctuaries, any sanctuary, may that be a farm sanctuary or one that houses elephants, for example, like wildlife or naturally free roaming animals, they should be free in nature. All animals. Now, there are some exceptions because, some animals live in the north and they can't. We made a mess out of everything. We made a mess out of domestication of animals, which some animals don't fare very well outdoors in colder weather. And unfortunately, like dogs and cats and other animals that are domesticated, again, don't fare well when it's cold, when it's wintertime in the north. So sometimes there has to be exceptions, okay? And there has to be these exceptions. But the whole idea is really to somehow take care of these animals when they're young and then try to re-release them back into nature. That's the ideal situation. And specifically somewhere where they can live out their lives. And there are, of course, a lot of criticism. And people will say, well, animals live better, in captivity because we give them a good life, and they get companionship. And if we were to release them in nature, then there's of course predators and things. They might live a shorter life because of that, of the other animals that might kill them or eat them or whatever. And it's like, well, that's what happens in nature. Let nature take care of the animals. That's why we're playing God here. Why are we playing God? We're not gods. We are human beings. We're here to take care of others. To an extent. To an extent. So there's an ethical concern that the animals, for example, the elephants in what's his name? In Robert's so-called sanctuary, are not free. They're in cages. Definitely, they're in cages. And I'm talking about fenced areas. Fenced-in areas are large cages, basically. Are large cages, basically. And they have no chance unless they're with the guardians. They have no chance to roam free outside of the fenced area, outside of their cage. No chance unless the guardian maybe goes with them out there. But then in that case, the animal's already obedient. The animal's already, got this, broken into kind of, and they're dependent now on we're actually owners. We're not guardians, actually. We're owners, because really that's what it is. We own animals. That's just a matter of the fact that we own animals. No matter what you call us. If you call us companionship, or if you call us guardians, or if you call us whatever, we own the animals. We live in a society where it's ownership of these animals. And on top of that, we're riding the animals. On top of that, we're riding the animals. We're breaking their spirits. Don't we understand that? And how can we call ourselves vegan if we're riding other beings? I mean, there was this one video that I saw, and many people posted it of a bear, small bear, and the bear was in this small little girl's party. So the mother and father probably got together some money and got this bear from who knows where. And now the little girl's like sitting on this bear. It's like, this is ridiculous. This is exactly what is happening in this video that I saw a while back. The little girl was riding the bear, just like you and whoever was behind you there in one of the pictures was riding the elephant. You may love and care for these elephants like I really love you for that. I really love you for doing what you're doing, but not riding elephants and calling yourself vegan and not even having these elephants. Because it's not ethical. I don't believe in sanctuaries at all. Yes, maybe at one point I did. But sanctuaries are not ethical because the animals are not free. They're not voluntarily staying there. If they had a choice to go outside of your sanctuary and roam around, they would if they had a chance. They would go wherever they could go to enjoy their freedom. Now, of course, humanity, because of where we have come this far, animals don't have a choice sometimes, non-human animals. They don't have a choice when it comes to where they can go and where they can walk, because humans are always occupying land and they're always deforesting forests and clearing and destroying habitat and all this, and animals have to flee a lot of times. And a lot of younger animals or older animals, they have a hard time, and a lot of them die because of what we do to clear forests around the world. And so we have to think about these things. If you, Robert, I made a video recently about this, but I just wanted to go more in detail and actually talk about this directly. You sound and you look like an amazing person. You're a friend of mine on Facebook. And you think that you're doing a wonderful, wonderful job. And I don't know you. I haven't met you, so I cannot say how, I haven't really met you in person, so I can't say anything about, the type of person you are. But you probably are a lovely person. And so is whoever else is working with you on this sanctuary or whatever it is that you're running here. And I seen some other posts from you gardening and planting some fruit and veggies and stuff, and congrats. I love people doing that. I love people growing food and really caring for the earth and each other. But of course, when these things happen, we just have to address them to people and get them to understand. Like, for example, one of my videos I posted, I wrote "it" for an animal by accident. And I said something like in the lines of mother and its baby. Something like that in one of my videos. And someone told me, and I'm very, very grateful that someone told me that I said "it." And I'm like, what? So I went to see what that person explained. And I was like, wow, I used "it." And animals are not "it." So I changed that. And from then on, I understood that no longer, of course, I was vegan at the time. No longer did I use, or at least I try not to use "it" for animals. So when I'm discussing animals and I don't know their gender, I'll just say he or she or they as as animals. And we try to minimize as much harm. We try to eliminate as much use of animals as we possibly can. Okay? I mean, if we can, to eliminate it totally, permanently. There's no excuse to be here with animals, here with elephants. Let the elephants roam free. Yes, there's going to be poaching, and yes, they're going to be, they might be killed by other animals or such, but that's just how it is. That's just how, let nature take care of it, of the animals. Let nature take care of the whole situation. When it comes to poaching, there's really not much we can do. We can try to instill love within those people and try to educate them as best as we can, but that's really all we can do. So I hope you learned. I hope people have, not just you, but I hope many people have gotten something out of this video. Because I think it's so important that we understand that if we have empathy for the animals, and empathy means we are actually in their position. We feel their emotions from their position. We can't really have empathy because we really don't know what they're feeling, how they're thinking, if this certain practice or certain, riding elephants, we don't really know what's going on in their minds and if it's really an ethical position to take. And some people say, now he actually said in one reply, he said, if I can find it, he said something in the lines of, there are bigger fish to fry. I can't find this anywhere. Let me see. I'm going to scroll down some more. Okay, so time to let this one go, people. There are bigger fish to fry, no pun intended, laughing a lot. So he thinks that's funny, like that phrase or that like bigger fish to fry. Vegans don't use these kinds of terms. And if they do, they would apologize because we don't fry fish, first of all. And secondly, I don't like these terms. They degrade non-human animals to such a degree like they're just property. And in my mind, and again, I don't want to hate on anybody. I don't want to hate on you at all. I don't want to hate on you, Robert. But it really seems like you see these animals as property. If you did not see these animals as property, you would really see the reason to let these animals be free, to let them just be free, and to not ride them. Now, it's a different story if a naturally free roaming animal, just comes up to us in nature and goes down on their legs, go down on their legs, and it's like, okay, ride me now. But no animal in nature would really do that unless we put some kind of force or we kind of train them to do that. And no animal, we cannot train animals to do that unless we put force on them, unless we somehow beat them or somehow get them to, into submission. But that's not what we want. We want to live in a Garden of Eden. We want to live in a peaceful and loving world. And we want to bond with animals. And the way to do that is really to go into nature, be as peaceful, as loving and as calm as we can, being vegan, of course. And if the animals come to us and they want to be petted, then that's okay, but we're not going to force that onto the animals. You see, my first book, The Interconnectedness of Life, I have an image of two children and they're hugging animals. And my hope for that image actually was that the non-human animals came over to the children and they wanted to cuddle. So it's not like the children forced anything upon these animals. So that's really my hope and vision, is that we let the animals be. Let's not play God. Let's not ride animals. Let's not do any of these things. Let's just see animals as our co-inhabitants living with one another in nature. Let's not touch them. Let's not do anything to interfere with the animals' lives. If they want to come close to us and they want us to pet them and all these things, that's okay. If they want to be, even feeding them is kind of like when you feed the animals in nature. I mean, look, the animals can survive in nature. Of course, it's a difficult situation now because of the fact that humans have cleared land and dominated and all kinds of stuff. Did so much destruction. But when it comes to like feeding animals, then they're going to rely on us to feed them. Then they're going to be less reliant on feeding themselves. And so that's also another ethical issue. But I'm not going to go on any longer. But I hope all of you, Robert, I hope all of you that are watching this video or sharing this video, please understand what I'm trying to get at here. So I'm not going to say any more. Thanks for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like this video. Share it around with everyone you know. And subscribe to my YouTube channel for more exciting videos. And don't forget to click on that little bell if you want notifications. And also, if you want to learn more, get my books, go to my website, weareinterconnected.com. And that's about it for this episode. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.